be sure and go back and watch this last creator's video. But she's a young woman in college who alleged that another man attacked her because he stepped on her foot, and she asked him to apologize for that. And I want to have a conversation about it. I wasn't there. I don't know any of these two people personally, but I definitely want to bring awareness to the situation. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men who have experienced abuse, as well as those who are perpetrators of abuse and other violent crimes. This situation is so, I don't even have the words for it, but it is so alarming to me for a number of reasons. Again, I know that these facts are alleged, that she stepped on his foot, but I think the biggest red flag for me is when a person would get this upset with a woman, and again, a woman in public, no less. Number two, this man would put his hands on a woman in public. Number three, this man would try to choke the life out of a woman in public. Number four, all of the people who were standing around and allowed that to go on and just sort of sat there and watched. A large number of them were men who sat there and watched a small woman be attacked viciously like that. And, people who were pulling out their phones to record before intervening. This is a wild time that we're in, where people will pull out their phones to intervene, or pull out their phones to record before they intervene. And I think it's also a wild time that we're in, where you have men that would, keep another man in check, that won't keep another man in check, that'll just sit there and watch him attack. And I think number five was the woman who was there that said that she started it. Okay, given the situation, the benefit of the doubt, even if a woman had started something or said something, popped off at the mouth or whatever the case may be, there, again, the ends does not justify what took place. There's a difference in a massive imbalance of power, physical strain that a small woman like that has against a man. Which is why, I did a post some weeks ago about a man who speaks harshly to a woman, and, all this kind of stuff. If a man hits a woman and vice versa, there is a massive imbalance of power here. So there's nothing that she could have started per se that would have justified him trying to choke her out on a street or just wherever, choke her out in general. And it's concerning to me that any woman, anybody would try to justify that behavior. It's gross. It's disgusting. But this, and for you not to see that as a red flag for your own self, like if he could do that to a stranger, don't think that you're immune to what could potentially happen to you. So that's number one, if it isn't already going on yet, because again, if what she's saying is true, alleged that she stepped on his foot and he just flew off the handle like that, to me, that describes somebody that doesn't have a very good handle on their anger. But that situation, I hope that it's very heartbreaking. I hope that all of these young people's parents are involved. I hope the police are involved, and they're on the college campus. So I hope that their college is involved too. But that's a very scary situation, and it's just a very interesting time to see all of these people standing around and watching and recording, or trying to justify before someone did. And I'm glad he did, but man, a couple seconds longer and that it could have been too late for this young woman. And I'm sorry that this kind of stuff happens to you. We really need to do better as a society to step up. What is it about I think we're in a time not just where we're recording violence before we're intervening, but I think we're in such a time where people are quick to align with abusers or explain away abuse, and not just physical abuse and assault, but sexual abuse and assault. I would get censored for speaking out faster than an abuser would get censored for being abusive. And that's, I get censored all the time on this app, or censored in general, but like, you know, you're more likely to get censored when you speak out and you intervene before you actually applaud, stand up, and do whatever. But I hope that their parents are involved, and maybe even some counseling and things like that for all parties. Because it's a sad situation for such young people. But it could have gone even worse than what it did, again, a few seconds longer. And I'm sure it scared this young lady and embarrassed her quite a bit. And I'm sorry that happened.